Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh, Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh.
Good people, welcome again to the Breaking Bread Podcast. I'm Lee.
And I'm Derek.
Got Derek, and we are delighted, happy, enthused to bring you the one and only Shannon Harris from Toasted Up. Now, backstory. A month ago, I'm at my sister-in-law's wedding. And we're having a great time. You know, my wife is in the wedding and my children are in the wedding and everything is cool. And so we go around the corner and then I literally meet Shannon at the bar. So her and her team, they run a mobile bar business. The service is A1. So I'm going to step back, give you the floor. Tell us a little bit about Toasted Up, Shannon.
Awesome.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So Toasted Up, we're going to go back a little bit. We go back from 2009. So we have, we've been doing this for about 13 years. So I would say, it started out just having some fun with family and friends and just, kicking it at the parties and, just having a good time. Just love doing what I do, mixologists and mixing drinks. Everybody's like, let's mix it up. So,
Yeah.
And then it just became something where it was more like a little side hustle, get out there. Let's see if we can, make a little extra money. But then it, just became a love until it became a business. So now with that being said, we go back. It's been some ups and downs. But, here today, we can actually say it's a really big and growing company, Toasted Up, with a great team of people behind me and a good support system. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. How can the audience, the good people out there, find you in the social media space? Give us your handles where they can find you.
Absolutely. So definitely on Facebook as Toasted Up, and on social and on Instagram at Toasted Up Team. You can find us there, and we're also on Twitter. Toasted Up. So everywhere, just type in Toasted Up. You can actually Google Toasted Up. You'll find us. You could Google it, website.
You make it easy.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Make it
very
easy
to find. So, and the website, www.toastedup.net. And check us out.
That's awesome.
We travel.
Speaking of checking them out, I was trying to hold on.
Let's
I definitely want to try these.
Let's do it.
So we need to talk. Well, let's share with the audience what we have here. So if you could share what we have here today.
Oh, okay. So I just concocted up a little something for the fellas today.
Hey.
It actually says the CEO signature cocktail drink.
Straight
So,
from the
which I
box.
have tons of signature cocktails, but this is specially made for you guys today with a little bit of whiskey.
Ooh.
So it's a little bit of peach. What I have, Crown. Some peach schnapps.
Oh, wow.
It might hit you a little hard.
Ooh, that's good right
No,
there.
it hits me
up.
happy.
Right.
It don't hit me hard. It hits
A
me
little
happy.
sour.
I love this.
So yeah,
It really is good.
And when we were at the wedding, the signature drink, is that something that Toasted Up specializes in? Because I remember the Crumpler juice, right?
Yes.
So it was the Crumpler family. So
Yes.
tell us more about your specialty signature drinks, what goes into them, how you create them, because this is delicious. And I love how you
really is.
nailed
Thank
even
you.
the logo color with the orange. So thoughtful.
Also, thank you. So basically, how this came about is to just bring a little extra flair to the bartending world. So I would say, people like something different. And
Right.
so when we speak to our clients, we let them know, hey, we customize this for you. So a lot of people are into signature cocktails now and mocktails as well. So we have mocktail parties for people that don't drink alcohol. So we create a mocktail. So we just basically get with the guests, ask them what type of base vodka, what liquor they like. You want brown, you want white. It's their choice. And so, and from there, we just get creative with the mixology. So somebody say, well, I like sour. I like blue carousel. I like this, or apple pucker, apple. We just get it together and mix it up. You just tell me some ingredients and we're going to make it happen. So I think having the signature cocktail menus for the events bring a lot of guessing out of the situation. People don't come up and get their regular, let me just get a Crown on the rocks, let me just get a Crown and Coke. And we get them to give them this menu and tell them what's in it. They're like, yeah, let me try that. So, and we name it after the wedding, the brides or the groom, and we'll let them come up with their names. And it just makes it fun. And then that's I think that's what set us aside as in our business. and that makes us pop. So I
Question.
like it.
So with that, can you order these like, hey, I have an event, but I don't necessarily need a bartender there, but I want a signature drink, and they can just order signature drinks.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we can mix it up and send it over. Get
Love
some.
it. That's good
Make
to
it
know.
and pour it into containers. It's however they want it. So we will customize some things, and we're mobile. We'll travel. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. So we're here with Shannon Aries from Toasted Up, the owner, sipping on the CEO's signature drink. That awesome gift. Thank you for that. And so in this, cheers to that.
Toast it up.
I know that's right. Cheers. Hey. So with the mobile bartending space, take us through a day in the life. So when you have a client, it's Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Kind of what can the clients expect from Toasted Up when they enlist your services?
Okay. So basically, the client will contact us and we'll get on a call with them, asking them what type of event they're having. So we've had events from birthday parties, weddings, all types of it, even baby showers, everything. You name it. This year, I think I've done it all. It's nothing off the table. Ribbon cuttings, farm events. So we'll have a conversation with them and say, okay, what would you like? What is it that you want your wedding to, what does it look like? Or ask them what their theme is. That's like one of the things I like to ask right up front. Like, okay, do you have a theme? So there's people that come up with, might be Frozen. Like I have a lady come up, her daughter loves these characters from Star Wars. And I'm like, oh, okay, then let's do it. So we'll just start with that. And we check, see how many hours they want and that sort of thing. And then we just kind of put it together and customize it. We'll tell them, we create the menu, give us some colors. Just give us what you want it to look like, and we're going to bring it to life. So that's pretty much how that happens. And it goes good. It really goes well. So.
I love the creativity and the customization of it, because more than anything, just the creativity. Everybody loves to get a little creative with things. So the fact that you give them option, like, hey, I like vodka, but what kind of vodka you like? With this kind of vodka, I like this type of juice, something sweet, not too sweet, things like that. Because like my sister is well, she's not a big alcohol drinker. She's more of a wine drinker. But when she does, she like her drinks fruity. She don't want to taste the alcohol in them. And immediately, if it's like LITs, nothing, because all the alcohol in it. So
alcohol.
is that?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You
So
trying to?
we get a lot of that fruity drinks.
Yeah.
But don't make it too this. Don't make it too sweet. So we just know when you're a mixologist, you just kind of know what people want, and you just give it to them. You give them what they want. So
gotcha.
it's
You're kind of
really
reading
good.
the room, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can tell, and then you start engaging with your clients, and you know what they want, and they come up to the bar. We ready. We already got it for them sitting there. So that happened a lot.
That happened to me. That happened to me.
We already knew what you want.
Yeah, about the second or third time I went to that bar, it was like, boop, here you go.
What was your drink?
I was drinking
Everything.
tequila.
Everything?
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. Because at first I had a couple beers. Because at first I was
the
like,
suit, the jacket came off.
listen. At first I was like, cool, I'm gonna play it easy. We'll have a couple beers, right? So I had a beer or two. Me and Lawrence kicking it, And then I was like, yeah, it's time for another real beverage, right? So then I started with like some bourbon or some whiskey or something like that. And then somebody was like, oh yeah, we got this tequila over here. I was like, let's do
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
Turnip juice. And then after that, it was tequila for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And everybody had a ball. My daughters were on the dance floor cutting the rug.
They
Sister-in-law
cutting
having a
up.
good time. Wife having a good time.
Yeah, so we try to suggest to people, let's get no more than 3 drinks on the menu. It's not too much to choose from. Let's keep it simple. And most people want to try it all until they pick their favorite for the night.
sure.
They're like, I want to try that. I want to try that. So we
Right.
just try to keep the ingredients kind of simple, not too much in there, so that we can move faster.
Right.
Because I love to see that the line is down, everybody's getting service quickly, and that way when they come back, by the time they come back, because it could be 100 people in a room, we're getting to save 20 people. You know that, right?
I'm dead.
When we
Guilty.
look up, we like, I look over at whoever's working with me, and I'm like, do you know this is the same people coming up to the bar?
Right.
Like it's so much people. That's why a lot of people like tell me, oh, it's 100, but only about 20 people it's gonna drink. I said, but I don't know that.
Right.
Right. They may surprise you.
They gonna add up to the 100 that's coming.
Oh, for
regardless,
sure,
'cause
for
they
sure.
stay there, like they stay hanging out at the bar, and it's just, it brings so much flair to the event, and people don't realize, even if it's just mocktails, even if it's just a couple hours, they love the service, and we love customer service,
Right.
And
Yes.
we give good customer service because it's hard to find.
Oh yes, you do. Because
So-
I was there. I 5-star review. I lived the life. I was there.
Yay!
Absolutely agree.
So yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine, because when I'm talking to people, I try to give what I want to receive.
Right.
Yes.
And when we give that, it shows, and we get a lot of reviews, a lot of good reviews. So
Awesome.
It's nothing but it's been nothing but good. Very good success over the 13 years.
So what's your favorite drink?
I have margarita.
Margarita.
I would have to say margarita. I'm a tequila girl.
The traditional margarita.
Traditional. I can fancy it up a little bit, but I go out and try stuff, and it's,
Yeah.
it's
Not
like,
quite
I have
yet.
to go home and make that, But yeah, I've gone places that make some really good margaritas, and
Yeah.
that's just my ultimate favorite.
Do you have a go-to spot for your favorite margarita?
I do like salt lime.
Oh, Salt and
Salt
Lime.
and Lime.
Yeah.
Shout
yeah.
out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to
they do,
Salt
and
and
they
Lime.
make
They do got
great
drinks.
drinks.
They really do.
When I went there, I was very impressed.
All their margaritas are
Yeah,
like
so me
that
and my
for
best
real.
friend went there recently for my birthday, and we was sitting there, and we both go hard on margaritas. Like we can drink pretty good, heavy together. We both was sitting there, and it was so fun. We both grabbed our water glass and poured water inside our drinks, and we looked at each other like, "That's a first. Like we never have to do that." And it was one of those Cadillacs or something they named it, and I was like, "Yo, this is a strong drink."
Yeah.
And we watered it down. I was like, "Are you kidding me? We've never had to do that. I don't water down my own drinks." So yeah.
Lee, what's yours? I'm wondering because I've been in his Lee house multiple times. He done had me drink a gin and tonic. I've never been
Yep.
a gin and tonic
Oh,
fan.
wow.
He turned me. And I like gin and
Somebody
tonic
was
now.
coming to the bar for gin and tonic a lot. I don't know.
That
if
was my
it's-
wife.
That was her who
Yeah.
gave me gin. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was my
she
wife.
stayed. Oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
was like, she's the first I've ever seen drink gin and tonic.
His wife has made me purchase at least several items because I've seen it and used it at their house. You understand me?
Because I'm a gadgets guy, right? So I'm the dude that's on Amazon.
Yeah.
The Amazon driver's so mad at me because he be at my house every day.
Wow.
Every day. Like,
Wow.
I'm the person, I'm ordering everything from batteries to groceries to, electric
Everything.
can openers from Amazon, right?
Right.
Everything.
So, like, I don't remember, how did we get started on the gin and tonic thing? My wife and I, one day, because I'm normally a cognac drinker, right? So I normally drink like Hennessy Black or things like that. But now I'm drinking more Glenlivet. I'm drinking more, scotches and things. But, I know what happened. One of my friends, when I used to play basketball a few years back, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings one day. This is 4 or 5 years ago. He was like, yeah, let's just, after the game, went to Buffalo Wild Wings, we kicking it. And he was like, yo, get this Hendrix gin and tonic. I was like, all right, cool. So I tried it, loved it. It was great. But then when I left, I just forgot about it. So years and years go by. And then one day I'm just like, I'm going to try something new. So I'm just in the ABC store, boom, cop the Bombay. I was like, tonic water, 89 cents. This is cheap. Went home, mixed it up, and I was like, wow, this is good. And my wife has very discerning tastes. She's more of a wine drinker. She doesn't really drink like, she the only liquor she drinks is tequila and gin. She doesn't drink anything else. And the running jokes on gin, gin, how you laying on the floor in front of your family type stuff, right?
That's just your tequila jokes too. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're dancing on the table.
Exactly. So what you gonna do? You gonna dance on the table or lay on the floor in front of your family? Which one you want, right? So, but we tried it. And she loved it. I loved it. And I was like, well, maybe we tripping. So then Derek came over. And I was like, hey, try this. And then they were like, oh my God, this is so good. So, I long story short.
Let me cut lead off real quick.
Yeah, because I'm rambling.
No. Because
the
Lee,
CEO see what
Lee
you
make
drink.
it seem like he just got gin and tonic. Or what? They be having this
The whole bar.
specialized tonic water that
Oh,
I've never
wow.
heard of before.
Yes, I've
and I'm
seen
like, where
those.
you get that? And I take a picture.
Yeah,
You know
so
how
you
many
can go
pictures I
get
took
it.
of items in their house so I can find that letter?
Yeah.
And I'm at the store like this. Like looking at the logo to match
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. You got to go talk to Bezos and them. That's what you got to do because Bezos and them got the answer. See,
No,
see
them cookies from Walmart Market that y'all put me on. See,
World
You
Market.
could tell she's serious about her gin and tonic.
Oh, yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah, that's- yeah.
And I was like, I was impressed because I like to see people stick to their guns.
Yeah.
And not, keep floating around and drinking a whole lot of different things. Like if you like something, you stick with it. They don't care about the signature
Yeah.
drinks. They don't care about that. They know, hey, I'm doing my gin and tonic.
That's it.
And that's gonna be it.
I would try a
I'm kind of
signature
like
drink
that
like
with
that.
the tequila.
Yeah.
But no, we can make gin out of any drinks. Like I'm getting ready to do a retirement party, and she was asking like,
nice.
what is it that they want to drink? So I'm like, oh, just tell me what's everybody's favorite. We can
Right.
come up with something. She said she like apple martini. I was like, hey, okay. And she said I like pomegranate. I'm like, okay, we could do that. Just tell us what it is that you want, and we gonna make it happen. But yeah, that's good
That's
stuff.
awesome. So long story short, when the customers call Toast It Up, it's literally plug and play. Call us, what time I need to be there.
Yes.
This is what I like to drink.
Yes.
These are my colors. You show up, you set everything up, you're handling all of the beverages and refreshments. You're handling, make sure that everybody's hydrated or dehydrated, depends on what they're drinking.
So
And
yeah,
then
they have an
everybody
option.
leaves happy.
They have an option of having the service only or all inclusive. And a lot of people, when I say all inclusive, that means you just showing up. We bringing everything. We setting up the bar, the tables, the linens, the napkins, the cups, the garnishes, the mixers, the water, whatever. We got it. But if you choose to buy it so you can know what your budget gonna look like for yourself, then sure, go buy everything and then we'll come and serve it. But we still gonna bring the cups, the napkins, the stirrers, the straws, the garnishes.
Right, and the service.
And the menus, yes, everything. So, and the great service. So, yeah, and the smiles. So, yeah, definitely. We're going to bring it.
Can you make a Moscow Mule?
Of course.
So that's my go-to.
Yeah.
So.
I was just about to ask you. I was about to get back to you. Like, yeah, what do you like to drink?
Oh, Moscow Mule is definitely my.
I fell in love with that one because of the tin cup.
That's what initially. And then it's pretty consistent. Just honestly, like gin and tonic. Gin and tonic is pretty consistent.
And I
everywhere
like
you
ginger
go.
beer.
Yes, exactly. See,
I'm not a ginger beer fan.
I love ginger beer. Yes.
I got put on by someone who was a big beer. What's the word I'm looking
Enthusiast?
for? Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Enthusiast.
Yes.
And they brought me a ginger beer. I'm just like, what is this? And I'm like, I drunk. I'm like, it kind of reminds me of ginger ale a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then the Moscow Mule, I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the one.
The next thing I mastered that I love to make is a rum punch. I had to learn that, but I had to get the Jamaican version. You know, there's a fake version. You have to get the Jamaican version
the
and get that
Jamaican
Myers
version.
rum in it. Yeah,
Yes.
and get you some of that Caribbean rum. Yeah.
This
Yes.
is about to be the third time we said this on the episode, but eventually we're gonna do a cookout.
Yes.
I know the audience is getting tired of us talking
I know,
about this
right?
cookout.
You
it's been
said it,
brought
but now
up.
you got your bartender, so
It's-
you
it's-
ready.
yeah, look, we done had 2 food bloggers say, let's do it. We done
Yes.
had Morgan say, let's do it for our photographers. Like, look, everybody on the show want to do it. And it's like, you know what?
Let's do it.
It's
Let's do it.
formulating,
It's formulating.
very quickly.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get that
Formulating very
done.
See it happening.
Absolutely, absolutely,
It's in the making.
absolutely. So Shannon, so talking about your business, right? I understand that you do some traveling as well. So do you do traveling engagements for Toasted Up? Is it a local thing where you get on the road? Somebody calls you from Rocky Mount or from Charlotte or from, DC. You take the show on the road, right?
We going on the road. We came to the beach, and you
I
guys.
know that's right.
Where were you guys
That's a
at?
good
And,
point, yeah.
what was that? Not Oak Island. What was that?
Oh,
at?
it was in
Topsail.
Topsail.
So yeah, that was 2.5 hours
Yeah.
away.
Oh yeah,
so.
I remember because I was the one driving in the car with the girls.
Yeah. Are we there yet? Are we there
Oh,
yet?
Yes, because my 3-year-old was like, "Are you there? Are you there?"
So
Are you there?"
yeah, and I love the DC area. For one, I've lived there for a little bit, so I will travel up that way. I mean, we have our limits, but if somebody paying and they fly me in, and we'll get the
know
stuff
that's
like.
right.
So yeah, we're looking to move and travel into different markets too, so we can just build teams in different areas as well. So Atlanta's the next target. That's where my business manager is at. Best friend and business manager. She's in Atlanta. So we're working on some things there. I would love to go into the DMV. I've been traveling to South Carolina for some events as well. So we have a yearly event that we've been doing there lately. So yeah, we'll travel. We'll get there. If they paying, we
The
going.
DMV,
I know that's
all
right.
them brunch spots they like to do, brunch
Yes.
parties, you be the perfect person for it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's it's a lot of competition, of course. But when it's you, it's you. When it's yours, it's yours. And
Right.
you got to bring your own special touch and flair to it. And I think we've done that on a whole. And we cater to all: blue, green, red. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah,
Gay,
and I think-
straight, whatever.
right.
We there. We're doing it. So it
That's
doesn't
right.
matter.
Right.
And
all
listen,
inclusive.
everybody gets thirsty.
Everybody's want to be in love. We do the weddings. We do the birthday parties. We do the baby showers. Whatever.
Yeah, you were saying retirement parties.
Retirement
Yeah.
parties. I've done them all this year. This year's been absolutely amazing. Ever since COVID had hit, it just gave me time to regroup and to refresh and just rebrand everything so that we can just bring it up to the next level. And that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, when you said baby shower, I was like, really? People
Yeah.
have them at the baby shower?
And they didn't
not
call it a
knocking
baby
them.
shower.
It's just, it's a great idea. And I just like, oh, okay.
They didn't even call it a baby shower. They called it a parenting party. A parenting party is something. I was like, okay then.
Parenting party. I like the
That's
twist.
true. I mean, look,
It's
now,
a parenting party.
This is making some
Parenting,
sense.
pre-parenting,
It really is.
pre-parenting party. That's what it
Pre-parent
was.
party.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might as well celebrate before they get here, because when they
Yeah.
get here,
That's what it was about. It was like, okay, let's turn up before this baby
yeah,
gets here.
because when they get here,
one time for the fun time.
Right.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. So it's been a lot of different things. I've just been blowing my mind. I'm like, wow. So yeah, just bringing
That's
that,
awesome.
bringing that positive energy and bringing the vibe in, and it's been awesome. I can't complain at all.
That's great. That's great. And one of the
Favor
things
ain't fair.
favor ain't fair. I know that's,
That's
right. Favor ain't fair. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm just walking in mine.
Okay.
You hear me?
that's why they call it favor.
Favor.
That's why they call it
it.
favor. I know that's right. So one of the interesting things you said earlier
Yes.
was
Let me put that down.
You know, listen, I know right.
We gotta catch
Dog,
up.
like,
Look, we
That
gotta
is
catch
too
up.
bad because I'm drinking casually. I'm just
Oh,
like,
Yeah, I'm
gonna
over here
tell y'all
sipping
what-
next thing I know.
I'm gonna tell y'all what the backdrop of this drink is too,
Yeah.
but I add a little twist to it. But have you ever heard of green tea shots?
yes.
So my group of friends love green tea shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a big container of it for 4th of July weekend. And so what I did with it, and this is kind of the base of it,
Mm-hmm.
with the peach snaps, the sour, and some whiskey. But I just added a touch of the peach crown for us today. So that's what
Ooh,
made it a little
that's nice.
extra special.
It's very good.
It's really good.
And it was frozen and slushy, but I knew it wasn't gonna last
Oh,
that long.
I missed the slushy. I
If I
missed
could
it forever.
describe this to the audience, like it's a perfect balance. If you're not someone who's overly a sweet person, but also want to taste the alcohol as well, it gives you that perfect balance. Like I could taste the alcohol,
Yes,
but I
you
also
can.
taste the balance of the fruitiness of it too.
Yes.
It's really
Yes.
good.
Yes, thank
It's a
you.
really
It's
good
very dynamic.
Yeah,
you know,
it
it's
really
not.
is.
It's not. You know,
You're
you
not
get,
just saying that, are you?
oh no, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
no.
Absolutely not.
I'm telling you,
Like,
That was really good.
because you
Let me
can,
not say
like
that.
Derek was saying, you could taste
You can.
everything in it.
All
You
the
can tell
flavors.
that it's not just like full of whiskey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I was just full of one
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
It's truly dynamic and it's light.
Yeah.
Like now you can taste the alcohol in it.
You
Don't get me
can.
wrong.
You
Right.
can.
But you know, it's refreshing as
Yeah.
well.
It's
Especially,
light.
yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
a summer drink for sure.
yeah, because I mean, I drink my liquor straight. So
Yeah,
to
and
me,
if you
I'm
want
like,
to
oh,
tone
yeah.
it down, you just add ice and let it melt in it. If it's too strong, that's why I tell people just add a little.
Oh,
So it's
this
never
is a
it's never
slushy
a
though?
bad
That's what
drink,
I'm
right?
saying.
It was
It's
in
a
there nice
problem.
and frozen this morning. I was like, oh, I wish I could just hand it to him right now.
I'd be happy
right?
just
You know what you saying?
drinking hands.
Self care Saturday, baby.
Yes,
We like it.
Yes.
We like it. We
But
like
yeah,
it.
I like to do that, and I will take time to like mix, taste. I can mix up something. Somebody asked me to mix them up something, and I've done it in the half-gallon sizes,
Mm-hmm.
and me sampling it in my little cup and pouring. I'd be sitting up there just
How do you do
twisted.
so? How do you do
I'd be
like
toe up.
play around with the drinks? How do you figure out what's what and what? Like, okay, this is it.
You know what? I got one for you with
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Same way you bake your cakes and
All right,
how
that's
you gotta
fair.
taste
That's
it
fair.
and you know how much sugar. You probably don't do that much measuring, right? Not too much.
No.
And you just know what to put in it.
Right.
And how much and to balance it out. Like I don't need measurements. I be making stuff and I'm like, I shock myself. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be like, oh shoot, that was just the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Or if I pour something in a container, I'll make it in here and then just like, okay, I just had to take a chance. I hope it's good, you know.
Right.
And then people were like, yo, you know, that's so good.
I know
like,
that's right.
yeah, I made up a little vodka lemonade for my girlfriend
Mm.
and her mom and her sister. They went to the beach. She had asked me to make one for her. And I think I put them in these same little containers. And she's like, just make me up something. But when she came and picked it up, she had 3 of them. So she was excited. I was like, she's like, how much owe you? I was like, no, don't worry about it. Just for y'all. Go have fun on your vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to call
Just
you on the next
made
beach
it.
trip because I'm gonna need.
you hear me?
I'm gonna need some of these. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I just like, and they know they'll go on social media and be like, look, good toasted up did. And everybody's like, oh, I got to get me some for the next one. So
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I like,
Exactly.
that's why I say I do it for the love. I do it for the fun. I just do it. And anything else comes, it follows. Because
Right.
I didn't even do this to want to make money. I did it to just have fun and then end up having a whole corporate business. But I still love it. I'll be out there be like, you don't have to go. I'm like, yes, I do. I just have to be there. I have to show up, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I like sending people, but that's been the hardest thing for me is sending people to do the job.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking to the client and I done got them pumped up, I'm like, y'all have to go now.
Right.
Like,
you got to set the tone of that energy.
Yeah.
Right. I know exactly what you
so
mean.
you got to go out there and show them that
Right.
you're behind the face of the person that was like pumping this up.
Right.
So I get them right.
I know that's right.
I get them right.
I know
Train
that's
the
right.
team up right. They good. So
I know
yeah,
that's right.
I'll-
What's
I'll
your
pop in.
favorite thing about mobile bartending? What do you like best about it?
The best thing is I love traveling. I think that's a big part of it is traveling and just going and venturing out and seeing different things, meeting a lot of people, meeting people and talking to people. I think that's just been the most exciting. It's just so many amazing people out here. You know, we going through
That's
a
so
lot in this world, but it really is a lot of amazing people and them just being intrigued at what I'm doing and it's like, how did you come up with this? You know, it's like, you know, just working for, start working for other people and doing it. I knew when I started this, I didn't want to work in no real bars, the bar settings. I started out like that, but I know I didn't want to stay there. It was like, and I said, I want to work somewhere like a hotel and just kind of be quiet and just see people come up from the rooms and drink. And that's boring. And I'm like, no. And then I went to the club and I'm like, yo, it was like, you get that adrenaline starts to
Right.
running. So,
Yeah.
and then I just saw it being designed in a different way to where people don't have to be so stuffy. Like we'll wear our shirts like this and t-shirts. Most bartenders, they work for a company, they got to wear black and white or a suit. And we just started going out there just, wearing whatever's comfortable, whatever fits the event.
Right.
Because we'll even ask people like, what do you want us to wear? And they'll say, most people tell me wear all black if we're going to something formal like a wedding. But if we're going to a pool party or a beach party, like, why should we be dressed up in black and a tie?
Listen,
I know that's
in
Standing
the
out there,
sun,
sir. Can
It's
we put on
95
our
degrees
bathing
out here,
suit
man.
too, sir?
Right.
So yeah, that's one of the things. It's just driving and meeting people and interacting, and it's really been good. I've had some amazing clients, amazing. So
That is awesome. That
Mm-hmm.
is awesome. So with that, again, good people, we are here with Shannon Aris of Toasted Up. Again, give us your handles. How can we find you out there? How can we order these wonderful beverages? How can we hire you for baby showers and real estate events and retirement parties and
everything.
pool parties and all that good fun stuff?
Google Toasted Up
That's it.
event bartending, mobile bartending service. It'll come up. See, they got me drinking now. I can't concentrate. Y'all ain't right. So yeah, so just you can Google it. You can go to Instagram, Facebook, and just type in Toasted Up. You see the purple logo.
That's it.
there.
That's it.
That's us. It's no substitutes, no copycats. It's us.
And it's
So,
funny.
yeah.
I remember when Lee called me. He was like, "Bro, I just met this bartender who owns our own mobile bartender company. We sat there and talked for a minute. He was high. I mean, he was high. Man, let me tell you, Lee could gas you. That man will have you run through a wall
You got me hype.
and punch Batman square in the mouth. Like, Lee would have you gas. So I'm like, what?
I
He's
love
like,
it.
yeah, man.
The service was so good. The
Yeah, I
drinks were
love
good.
it.
I'm at the reception. I'm vibing. And another thing I think, and I do want to give you your flowers for this. There were a lot of people at that reception.
Yeah.
But the line was never unruly. I mean, you know how you go anywhere where there's a bar, a restaurant, a club, and you're waiting for no reason. It's only
Yes.
3 people here, and they were on it.
Yes.
Like the anticipation.
Yes.
By the time the night was over, like my last 2 beverages, they looked. Here you go. Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
already
yeah.
knew it. Like, they saw me. They saw the big beard floating around the corner. Right.
Yes.
They're like, oh yeah, here you go. Like, and that to me was a differentiator. So Derek is right. As soon as I got back, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I just met Shannon and Toasted Up, and it was really cool. And she gave me her card and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then we started
Wow.
talking, and here we are. Because, the service really stood out. The beverages were amazing. The product is good.
Wow.
And the service
I appreciate
was
that.
definitely A1. So,
I have to give my girl Charlotte a shout out.
Shout
'cause
out
she
to
worked-
Charlotte. That's my people.
Charlotte, man,
and
she
they're
did her
social,
thing.
too.
Oh, really?
Man, me and Charlotte was over there cracking jokes. We at the bar. They making the drinks. They making jokes. It's a whole show. It's not just
Yes.
like, oh, what would you like? Jen's okay. It's not like that. It's like, oh, so how's your day? What's going
Right.
on? They vibing,
No, we
dancing, to the music,
interacting
making
with
jokes.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come out and dance. People try to get me to come out, dance, and drink. I couldn't do it this time a little bit, but I tried to. I was like, yeah, all right, give me next time, But
I
yeah,
know that's right.
If you're
but
gonna
that's
be
what
out
we
there, you're gonna
bring.
be out there, right?
That's it.
Yeah, that's the energy we want to bring to the crowd. Like we're here to celebrate with you. We're not
Yeah.
just here to serve
Say
you, but
that
we're
one
here
more
to
time.
celebrate with you.
Celebrate with you, right?
And that's what we
It's-
do, that's what we bring, and that's what makes it so special. Because it's like I don't want to just be sitting here behind the bar, like, okay, what do you want? Let me take your order, please. Like we at McDonald's, we will present the menus like McDonald's, but no, we're like, hey, what you want? Then when they come back, we try to, make sure we remember their faces, their name, and then I have my whole team have their names, so you can get acquainted with us. So you walk up, and be like, hey, Shannon, hey, Charlotte, hey, Michelle, whoever, and then it becomes a really good vibe and a positive. They're like, oh, we know them by first name basis, So it's important. You don't get that a lot, and I know how hard it is to find great customer service. So
Especially in drinks, when you find someone who makes your drink like you like it, it sets the night right.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
a value-
does.
it's a value add
It's
service.
really like, man, we had a work event and we end up at Box Cart in Durham, the adult arcade, and the bartenders there for our corporate events were just immaculate. And just it sticks out when they communicate with you well and just have fun and they just relax because we're there to relax. It's nothing crazy, just like, hey.
Yeah.
And it's like I told one bar, I said, just make me something, period. Like she was like, what you like? I was like, just make me whatever you like. And she made a drink that was amazing. And it's just
Wow.
that kind of service really does
It
take
does.
you. Yeah,
It
it's just like
stands
I
out.
appreciate that. Like,
Exactly.
because you don't have to. You can just be like, here you go.
Right.
Hennessy
All right,
and orange juice.
Yeah,
Right.
gin and tonic plain.
Right.
That's it. That's
With
it.
the Food Line brand tonic, not the one with the great
It's
logos
another-
on it.
Right. No,
Oh, they got that specialty tonic.
you gotta say the
going
brand, but it was like a strawberry tonic. No, it wasn't
It
strawberry.
was it was polar grapefruit. It was grapefruit tonic
That's what it
water.
was.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why I was looking for, because like I said, I just came back from Florida and I was looking for to make a gin
Where'd
and
y'all get it
tonic.
from?
You know what's funny? I got it from Food Line.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, got it from Food Line.
So it's
It was-
like it's probably one of those fancy bottles, kind of.
yeah, so it's like in a plastic bottle on the seltzer water aisle.
Okay.
And it kind of looks like Shasta. Like, I don't know
Okay.
if y'all remember that
I
Shasta
do.
grapefruit soda. It was kind of like that.
Shasta, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. And I just saw it one day, just decided to try it on a whim, and boom, it worked
and with
out
the
for
gin,
us.
drinking it with the gin.
Yep, and it was
So it's like a flavored tonic.
it's grapefruit flavored tonic water. And yep, and we
Okay.
were using Bombay
Turn
Fast
me on to
Sapphire
something
gin.
new.
Yep,
I'm
using that
always
Bombay
up for learning. It's a lot. It's a
It's a
million drinks
smooth
out
drink.
there.
All I know is I had
That's
3
it.
of
Hey,
them.
listen,
don't
if we
know it
add
all.
that to the toasted up menu, you know what I'm saying? Can we
Oh, yeah.
can we brand that? Can that be
Yes.
the official
No,
the
this,
breaking bread? Oh, this right here.
nah, dog.
Y'all can have more than
Breaking
one.
bread punch.
Oh, so you
More than
noticed it?
one.
You're right. We can have more than one.
You
gotta
got
do the
your own
commercial.
signature drink, and you can have your signature drink. Look, you get a signature drink. You get a signature drink.
After a hard
Everybody
day
get
of
a
work.
signature drink.
After a hard day of work.
Yes.
Breaking bread punch.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my goodness,
That's
that is
awesome. Mm-hmm.
awesome. That is awesome. So to keep the good vibes going,
We
we,
got you.
actually have a couple segments for you, right?
Okay.
Surprise, we've been talking all day, but you didn't know this was coming. Uh-oh. So the first segment, ironically, is called 2 Shots and 1. So basically, it's a series of 3 questions that we're going to ask surrounding kind of like you, so that we get to know Shannon behind Toasted Up. So the first
Okay.
question is, what's your favorite food spot when you're on the way home from a long day after you've been at the retirement party, you done did 2 baby showers a day, this and that and
Oh
the
my
third,
God.
and you're like, man, I'm hungry. You know, what's that food that's going to bring you that comfort that you're going to look for on the way home? Well,
If
I
they're
look for
open.
comfort in this. Right
Yeah. Normally it's a glass of wine after all of that.
I know this right.
We'll take it.
But I really love Jamaican food. If I could find, but they're never open. I hunted down a spot recently, and I got there. It was like, I think it was 7:05, and it was closing at 7. I was so disappointed.
Oh,
So I
no.
did run over to Golden Cross, and I was I was pleasantly surprised that it was great. So that was one of those after work things I ran over and got. Yeah, it was recently too. So, and I mean, I ate on that food for like 3 days. That's how much food. And I ordered small containers, sort of like this. And I mean, when I said they packed it on, it was like squeezing the thing together. And that was on Capitol. So I had to give them a little shout out right next door to
Shout out to
I know
Crab
Golden
du jour.
Crab, Crab du jour. I know exactly.
Oh,
what
I
you're
love me some crab du
One of
jour.
my homeboys had told me about it, and I was like, really? Because I was scared to go in there because the last Golden Cross experience wasn't that great. So, and
It
that
must have
was, I
been
think
nice.
that was out here. And then this new one opened, you know, whenever it's new, it's like,
Yeah.
you're getting the best of the best. So
Yeah.
now the food was awesome. And they have those Beyond patties is what I was looking for.
Yes.
So, you know, no meat. So I was
Are you a
looking for
fan of
those.
the Beyond stuff?
Yeah.
Me too.
My mom, my
like it.
family are all vegetarian vegans. So yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
So I get to enjoy a lot of it up north. When I go to DC,
Yeah.
that's where they are in Virginia, the DMV area. So I get to enjoy a lot of food up
Do
there.
you eat
like that.
vegetarian a lot, or just when you're around?
Mostly when I'm around them.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't do beef and pork anyway. But I do chicken and fish a lot. So I do that and pasta dishes and stuff. So
Yeah, that's
But
how I
yeah.
am. I eat vegetarian, vegan. Sometimes I do once a year the Daniel fast, which is a 21-day fast
Yep.
of extreme veganism.
starting in
and-
January.
Yeah,
Yeah, my daughter does it
it's
every
every
she
year.
does
I did it
every
this year too, and
Yeah.
the first time is the hardest. You got to get past those first about 3-4 days.
Man, Derek
And
came
then-
to the house one day and he started describing his Daniel fast to me. Played the blood of Jesus on it. I was looking at him. I said, so, like, you really can't eat none of this? And he was
Right.
like, no.
No,
No, I was like, so he was telling me about those creative recipes. He was like, well, you know what you do is you get this and you get some this and this and the third and blah, blah, blah.
you
and
really
blah.
have to make your own stuff, man.
And in my mind, I'm like, and the thing is, I do not like bananas. And I know bananas is a big thing in that Daniel fast. So it's like,
Bananas.
oh man, I don't know, man. Like, good luck.
Right,
Brother
right.
came
That's
back-
all you can say.
Listen, brother came back a few weeks later, down about 25 pounds. Oh, you looking svelte.
Yeah,
Look at you looking
you
svelte.
snatched over there.
You know what I'm talking about?
I only do it. Man, look, I'm a country boy. I'm never not going to eat meat.
Right.
I am from Wilson, North Carolina.
I
If
know
there's a
that's
pig
right.
picking, I'm probably going to be
You'll be
there.
there.
Because it's not. Yeah, for sure. Because that's not something I'm eating every day. But if it's this
Yes.
Saturday in June that you say you about to do a pig picking and you're not
I
invited,
know some people like that.
I'm gonna grab
They
me
gonna be
some
there.
pork now.
I
I'm
know
not gonna
that's
do
real.
it.
There's
But-
some people that just wait till Thanksgiving to have their pork.
Right.
You know?
That's a good
Exactly.
point. That's a good
So
point.
that's like with me. I don't eat beef, pork, but if I'm in Jamaica and they got some oxtail going on
I love
and some
oxtail.
curry goat,
Right.
I'm gonna have to dip. A little bit.
And if
Just
I'm
that
at somebody's
one time,
house,
that's that cheat.
I gotta respect the house. If the house made it and I'm at the house,
I'm saying.
I'm from
I
the
will
country.
not disappoint
I'm
you.
not gonna disrespect your plate that you made me
Amen.
in your house.
That's it.
Facts.
That's it.
That's true.
That's it.
Question
So,
number 2.
Question number 2 with 2 shots and 1. What's your favorite brunch spot?
Oh God.
Because you know we love brunch around
We
here.
love brunch. My daughter has the best brunch places. And there was one in particular she just told me about, and she loved it. And I honestly can't remember the name, but she's taken me to a couple of different places. She's the brunch girl. I'll have to say. She loves to go out and get the wine and the dine. I know this one I think is in North Hills.
Is it Rosewater by chance?
That might be one of the name of one.
I love
It might be
Rosewater's
that
brunch.
one. And
That
there's one
Rosewater
more
is
she
amazing.
named, but
Stir?
yeah. Is it?
Is it stir?
Is it Stir?
I think it is. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Stir.
it.
Stir is good too.
That's
It's
the
right
one.
next
It's kind
to
of
Rosewater.
bougie-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, it is bougie.
That's my
It's
daughter.
nice.
She gonna kill me. But yeah, that's her. That's it. That's it. That would be the brunch spot. So she always keeps saying, "Mommy, I'm gonna take you here. Mommy, I'm gonna take you there." I'm like, okay. But mostly her girlfriends do that little brunch thing. Yeah. So I'm starting to get into the Sunday fun day with her. But yeah,
Love it. Love
yeah.
it.
But that's so cool.
Love it. So Stir is the brunch spot.
think Stir
If you
is
haven't
it.
checked out Rosewater, shout out to Stir, shout out to Rosewater.
Yes.
If you see your boy in there, look out for us.
She specifically looks at a lot of black owned places. I know Durham has a million spots now, and she wasn't even turned on to what Durham had till recently.
Yes.
I'm like, girl,
There's a
if you
food
don't go down
renaissance.
there,
Yeah,
Durham,
yeah,
Durham
yeah.
is like the foodie spots.
Well, I mean, I think Durham. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not history wise, but
yeah.
the food truck thing started in Durham before Wake County. If I'm correct,
believe that.
I believe it was,
Yeah.
but I have to double check. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think Durham started.
I
Have
believe
food
that.
trucks first, and then it came into Wake County. But
Yeah.
it's definitely the food renaissance in this whole area is crazy. Like we
Yes.
have 3 food bloggers on our show now. And every time they tell us a new place that we haven't heard of before,
It's in Durham.
yeah,
That's it. And then we discovered the spot today. Right?
Yeah.
On accident.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Vittles Kitchen. And last question in 2 shots and 1. What's a pivotal moment in your entrepreneurship with Toasted Up? So tell us about a time that you recognize as, man, this was major. This is really taking off.
Wow. 2020 during COVID. Yeah, it shifted because I was in a partnership for a couple of years, and then when it ended, it was around the COVID time. So I would say I was feeling a little lost, like what to do, because with COVID, there was no events going on, nothing, everything shut down, the world closed basically.
Right.
It was like outside is closed, we can't even go out the door. They had us shut down for months. But in that moment, though, I really learned a lot, and I kind of self-reflected a lot, and said, okay, how can I reinvent the wheel? So just venting to some of my closest friends and my best friend who lives in Atlanta, I was venting to her, and then she just kind of one day I was like, how do I get back started again? Like, I feel like it's over, almost like, how do I get started? Still holding on to the name, toast it up, So I was like, how do we get started? So I can help you. And I'm like how? And that year, I think it's October 2020, I said, I'm on my way. I got on a plane and went to her, and we sat down for that whole weekend and just started recreating everything. I was sitting at home. I made a calendar that year for 2021. So in 2020, I created a whole little calendar. It was a cute little calendar, all the recipes in it and everything. I probably sold about 20 of them. So when people were supporting me, maybe more than 20, 25, people were supporting me, ordering online. I was mailing them to New York. I was mailing them to Miami. So that was the moment I realized, like, oh crap, I still got it. I still got this.
it.
I can do this.
Yes.
So I, started really, believing in myself, believing in the business, and believing in everything that I had already envisioned. So at that moment, I went to her and we sat down. She was like, okay, we're gonna do this, and as she was giving me instructions on what to do, because I'm telling you, you don't have a business savvy person behind you. this is not a one-man band.
True story.
I can sit here all day and act like it's Toasted Up, me. It's not me. It's Toasted Up, and it's the team.
That's it.
It's a team behind this.
That's it.
And without that team, there's no Toasted Up.
That's right.
You know, I can't go out here and run these events by myself and do all of this and do all. I got people that be like, "Oh, hey, what we got? What we doing? What's next? What's popping?" You know. So it was that moment during COVID. I realized, okay, I have to do something to make this and reinvent the wheel and rebrand the situation. And yeah, when she helped me and we started checking off all the correct ways to do things,
Right.
it's not a hustle anymore. So when people say, "Oh, you got your little business, you got a little hustle,"
Right.
it's
No, it's
I got a registered trademark.
Exactly.
Yeah, registered.
I am incorporated.
With that back end and them logistics,
Right.
or really you got
Okay.
I got a deadline before I need to make
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, all
Yeah.
those. Yes.
got
man.
deadlines and insurance policies
Right.
and all kind of stuff you got to check off. Yeah, so we started doing
No
that
longer
and
hustle.
getting the LLC, everything back in place and in order. It just flew.
And then it took off.
It took off.
That's amazing.
It really
Love to hear
did.
it.
Yeah, and then you're putting God first, number one.
it.
Putting God first and
That's
just
it.
praying and believing that it can happen and you can do it.
I know that's real. I know that's real.
that's-
'Cause favor
that's
what?
it.
Favor ain't fair. We done
Yeah.
talked about that
Favor ain't
already.
fair.
We done covered
It's
that.
not fair. So
And so now, Shannon, we get to in my opinion, the best part of the show. Now we're about to get into some BPE. You ever heard of that? Big positive energy. So now what we're going to do, and we get this face every time we tell a guest this, we're going to turn this, the Breaking Bread podcast, you're going to run the show. So for 60 seconds or until you feel like talking, this is what you're going to do.
Okay.
You're going to tell us about all the positive things you're thankful for, things you're proud of when it comes to Toasted Up, things you're happy about. And we're going to step back, give you control. We're going to be your cheerleaders, right? We're going to hype you up. We're going to be your hype men. You know
It
what I'm
don't
saying?
have to be Toasted Up. It's about anything you want it to be
Whatever
about.
you want to be about. So
any
we're going to
part.
spend this time right now getting some big positive energy out in the air. We are here.
right. Big,
We are
big
here
energy.
with Shannon Ayers, big BPE time. Y'all know what it is. Big positive energy. It's
I
up.
love it.
What you got for
All
us?
right, big positive energy. Well, first of all, I'm thankful to God just to be here, be in you guys' presence. That's one thing, and you know, us connecting like this on this level, I am just so positive and grateful for my family, my friends, loved ones, all the people that support me. I am grateful that everything just
Right. I know what you mean.
Can't
Just
think of
Just
nothing.
coming together.
the universe and everything coming together for you.
Everything coming
connecting. I know
together,
exactly
you know,
what you mean.
connecting and vibing with the right people.
Yes.
I really do feel like attraction, you know, the law of attraction. That's one of the biggest things, key things for me on a day-to-day basis, meditate. And I believe that, you know, you put out what you want back in.
Yep.
That's it.
So, you know, you put out this energy and you believe something. I tell any of my friends, my family, co-workers, you know, I come in, I'm on 10 like every day. You know, I don't have a bad day. At least I don't think I do. You know, I mean, you know, we get drained a little bit,
Right.
but coming out with that positive energy every single day.
Right.
And
Right.
I know I have brought into some awesome people into my life. I've attracted some awesome people in my life, male, female friends, guy friend, boyfriends, everything, you know, that come into my life has been great and positive, and I attracted that. So that's what I love about big energy.
That's
So,
I
awesome.
love it.
I had to say
I
God
love that
first, God
answer.
first, put
Amen
him
to
I
first.
love that answer.
Amen to that. Big positive energy.
Yes.
So good people. We're going to close this thing out. Shannon, thank you so much for your time. We've had a ball with you today.
Yes.
One more time, Bim. One more time.
One more time.
Listen, this is it. It's
Put it
like
right
that.
there.
All right.
It's
Toast
like
it
that.
up.
Toast it
Let's
up.
take a cheer to it.
There it is. Cheers
One
to
more
toast it
drink.
up.
One more
Cheers to
drink
it.
for the road.
One more drink for the road. Good people, we are out of here. Y'all be safe. All our love from the Breaking Bread podcast. Holla at Toasted Up. Y'all know where to find her. I'm
Yes.
Lee. Derek. We out of here.
And when you said the event, invite us so we can get them drinks.
That's a fact. Don't
Yes.
forget.
Don't forget
Don't
that.
forget your boys.
Don't
Don't
forget
forget your
your
boys.
boys.
We're there.
Good
Call
people.
us.
We out of here. Y'all take care.
Peace.
Out.